Right then, after a few days of me feeling like crap, let's get back to the full collection. Here we go, what can I say? You can already see one pile by me, but I've got 5 piles here, so I've had to get the little table out so I can shift them about and forth, and I hope they don't fall over. Here we go. The ever classic 18. What can I say? I like it. I still don't understand this one. Yeah. Someone tell me about that one, 'cause I ain't got a clue. The ABCs of Death. I've given one of these away to somebody else before. Can't remember who it was. No, the name's gone. Might have been Jambo Shango actually. But I managed to get it back. There is a second one, but I haven't been able to find that one yet. Bummer. Then, Abduction. Yeah, Taylor Lautner. Yeah. The colours on this film, I want to get it 4K as well, but the colouring on this film is amazing. Nice cutesy little kiddie film there. About Time. About time I watched it. Don't yet. Then we have Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I have this as a steelbook. I used to own it as a 3D steelbook as well. It was just really funny and cheesy. And then we've got Abraham Lincoln vs Zombies, which is a bit of the lesser known one, but I haven't actually watched that one yet. Absolutely anything. If you can get hold of this, it's so bloody funny. Really, really, really funny. Lots of good British comedians in that as well. Ab Fab the movie. If you're out of this outside of UK, you probably won't know those two that well, but trust me, it's bloody funny. Then we have Access 360. I've kept hold of as many of the nature stuff as I can. National Geographic, always worth having in your collections. The Accountant. I thought this was going to be boring, but it surprised me. Not a bad film. Then we have Across the Universe. Not watched that yet. Act of Valor. Heard good things, but again, another one I just haven't had time to catch up on yet. Acts of Vengeance. It's Antonio Banderas with his midlife crisis. Adele. The Royal Albert Hall. This is probably one of the best live action you'll ever see. This is one amazing Blu-ray. It's some of the best music ever. The Adjustment Bureau. Like I've said before, have it steelbook, and it is really good. It's worth your time. What is it about Paul Rudd? That fucker never looks any older. I mean, how old? This is what? This 20 years old? Freaks me out. He does. Like I said, anything that's to do with nature or sports, anything like that, is worth keeping. So I've got the IMAX Adrenaline Rush there. Adulthood, which is part of a trilogy. So you've got Adulthood, Kidulthood, and another hood, Brotherhood. Adventureland, yeah. Not my favourite, but there's some funny bits in it. One of the only 3Ds I've still kept is The Adventures of Tintin. This is an awesome film, but I'm hunting down the steelbook on it at the moment. Once I've got the steelbook, I'll get rid of that one. Africa Serengeti, again IMAX transfer on that one. And African Cats by Disney. I mean, you just know the quality is going to be there with that one. After Earth, yeah, well, we all know most people's feelings on this, but again, I own it as a steelbook. Afterlife, you got to really have most of the things that are Liam Neeson, even though he bugs me a bit. Aftermath, a different way of looking at things. Yeah, definitely more emotional for old Arnie there. Quite surprised by his acting quality in that one. Eli Roth's Aftershock. This is a brutal motherfucker, this. Real brutal. It's what I'm thinking it is. Yeah. Bloke gets pinned under this piece of marble after the earthquake, and they set his face on fire, so he can't even pat out his own face. Oh, that's brutal. Age of Heroes. You know the misses. It's Sean Bean and Danny Dyer, so if I get rid of that, my balls get cut off. Age of Kill. Have not seen it, or have I? So I might have actually seen it when it was on TV. Age of the Dragons. Danny Glover and Vinnie Jones. Not a pairing you'd really see normally. The Aggression Scale. Haven't watched that one yet. Now, wish me luck putting the first pile down on the table. Success, didn't drop it. And we come back with Air Force One. Awesome. Airplane. Funny as fuck. What can you say about Aladdin? Absolute classic. Yes, I did invest in the live action version. It's okay. Not the best, but it didn't stop me getting it 4K as well. Then we have Alan Carr. I think he's got 2 different Blu-rays out. I've only got one of them at the moment, but just good British comedian. He's funny. Partridge. The 12 Hostages one. Yeah, really good. I have this in a larger format, which is like a digibook as well, and I'm sniffing around the steelbook of that at the moment as well. Alex Cross. Tyler Perry. Yeah, it's doable, I would say, on that one. I love the title of this one. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. How can you not pick up, you know me in title names, you know, you got to pick that one up. And we have the ever classic Alice in Wonderland. Then we have Johnny Depp's Alice in Wonderland, which he's awesome in. Alice Through the Looking Glass. Yeah, I enjoyed both of those. Sacha Baron Cohen's in that second one. Then we jump to the exact opposite of that with Alien. I don't feel the need to collect all the classics of those in 4K really, because they're very dark films anyway, and it's going to be very hard to do anything decent with it in my opinion. So I'm happy to keep these as is. And we have the amazing, for its time, of course, Aliens. Alien 3, which I actually enjoyed. Alien Resurrection, which was pushing it a bit. Alien Covenant, which I haven't actually watched yet. Alien vs Predator, enjoyed that one. And never watched Requiem. All I've seen of Requiem is the advert. Doesn't really push me to want to watch it that quick. Alien Abduction. I do like those type of films, but some of them can really get on your tits. Alien Infiltration, haven't watched him. Alien Origin, you tell me. Then we have Aliens in the Attic. This is funny as fuck. I like the childish films as well. What can I say? Now this, I love this film. The visuals are amazing, and this was the first one that impressed me with its 4K release, because it is the 4K, the 3D, and the Blu-ray. That's how you fucking release a film. You release them like that at $24.99, every fucker will buy it, because you're covering the whole base, 4K, 3D, and Blu-ray. If more of you guys did that, your sales will go up. Simple as. And you cut your plastic, because you wouldn't have to do a normal Blu-ray as well. All Eyes on Me, the old two patch Shakur. Ain't got a fucking clue on that one. All in Good Time, one that did the rounds in the pound shop, and I've heard good things about it. Not watched it yet, but I'll always give these foreign style films a chance. All Is Lost with Robert Redford. It's not one I've watched yet, but you just know it's one worth having a look at, really. And what happened there? Everything went a bit weird. Next, All Stars, you know, trashy British crap. What can I say? All Superheroes Must Die. I haven't got a clue about this one. Haven't watched it yet, but it looked cheap, and it looked bad. What can I say? All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, classic slasher. All the King's Men. Sean Penn. There ain't much that you can do that's bad. Simple as that. All the President's Men. Redford and Hoffman. You don't deny that kind of cast. Allegiant. I haven't watched this trilogy. I just haven't watched it yet. Alley Cats. Another one of those £2-pounders I just picked up for no particular reason. The one that broke up his marriage, you dick. Brad Pitt and Allied. Almost Famous. Another one I haven't watched yet. But it's from the director of J. Maguire, which is one of my favourite films ever. Alpha and Omega. Quite a funny animation actually. Second one, you can tell the budget was cut, but there is a third one around somewhere as well. Alpha Dog, another one I have not actually watched. The Football Manager documentary. I think this must have cost me about 20p, so I'm not even bothered with it. Altitude. Looks weird. Yet to watch it, but I mean, I still don't know what the fuck is chasing that plane. Alvin and the Chipmunk. It's funny shit. Simple as that. Then we got the Squeakquel, which wasn't as good. Then you got Chipwrecked, which was pushing it. And then Road Trip, which just you want to shoot yourself in the face once you've watched that one. We have The Amazing Adventure of the Living Corpse. This is actually available in Germany in 3D as well, if anyone's looking for it. The America Wild States. Like I said, National Geographic, you can't go wrong with them. George Clooney, good actor. The American, one of the most boring fucking films I've ever seen in my life. Oh my dear God. American Assassin, one of those that was supposed to be really good that I still haven't got round to watching, which is stupid because it's supposed to be amazing. I must own this, I suppose, but out of principle I don't really want to watch it because of the dipshit Kevin Spacey. American Evil with Bradley Cooper, another one I haven't watched. I think I might have caught half of that on TV once. What did I say about Denzel? Nothing wrong. You can't do anything wrong. American Gangster, looking good, and the last time Russell Crowe actually looked like he had some stability in his food diet. Right, let me just move these over again. Not that I had, babe! That's my missus going to answer the door even though I'm filming. Right, where's the next pile start? Somebody was at the door. American Horror Story. This is season 1, I think. And yes, and Asylum, which is season 2. Now my sister absolutely goes bollock ass crazy about these. I reckon I need to pick up the next 4. Well, you can bring it up if you want. I'm in the middle of taping. American Hustle. Hell of a good cast. I'm yet to actually watch it. She's not getting that I'm actually filming right now. American Made. Did you? American Made. I have not watched this yet, but it's Tom Cruise. So it's supposed to be quite good actually. I'm filming, but baby, if you want to hand it in, it's up to you. American Mary. Heard good things. Bear with me a second, people. I've had the parcel and I ain't got a fucking clue what it is. What the hell is it? Bear with me, people. It's a bed set for my daughter. You know, she did really well with her exams and stuff. So as a little treat, she wanted this fluffy set, so I'll give her that when I finish filming. Thank you for understanding that interruption. Now, the ever classic American Pie, brilliant. Second one, yeah, that's funny. The Wedding, the only funny bit is the pubes bit, I think. Then we have The Reunion, which I'd never even bothered watching, and one of my recent pickups, which really is one of my top 10 films of all time, American President. Awesome film, love that film. American Psycho, lots of people like this. I've yet to watch it. Yes, I am sacrilegious in the fact that I've never watched this film. American Sniper, quite a brutal one really. American Ultra, I think a lot of the good bits of this was in the advert, so it's okay, but if you're do a bit of that first. American Virgin, literally I bought that because I needed a blue case at the time and then I didn't, so that was 50p and I'm probably never going to watch that. American Werewolf in London. Then we have a restored version of American Werewolf in London from, I think it was French. That's the horror that used to fuck me up as a kid. Amsterdam Heavy. Nothing like a bit of Lundgren. Amusement. Supposed to be quite a good horror, this, but I've not watched it. Amy Winehouse. What a waste of life. Oh my god, what a talented woman. Have to have that. An Education. 50p, but I've heard good things. Idiot Abroad. Hilarious. Series 2. Hilarious. And Series 3. Hilarious. I think that kept up with itself extremely well. So, glad to have all of those. Anchorman. Awesome film. I have it as a steelbook. Anchorman 2. Of course I have it as a steelbook as well. I started to get more into stand-up comedians as well, so I'm trying to collect all of them when they're cheap. So this is like a 50p. Andy Parsons. Angel Has Fallen. Yes, I know it's not in this right area for the trilogy, but I keep them as alphabetical as I can. But I do like that one. First one's the best one. Second one, yeah, that one's not too bad. But the first one is the classic. Then we have Angels and Demons. We have Angels Share. Then we have Angry Birds Movie. I also have that as a steelbook. I did have it 3D, but I got rid. And of course I'm going to have it in 4K, aren't I? Let's see if I can move this pole back. Ooh, almost dropped it. Sit, stay, stay, sit, stay. Get over there, you fuck. There we go. And we carry on. Animal Kingdom, a nice bit of British gangster. We show them how to do it, don't we? Animals United in 3D and 2D. Watch it, it's fucking funny. It is one of those cheapy German end looking things, but it's funny. And not watched this yet, but I'm hearing good things. I mean, it's from the guy who did Lucy and Leon, so hello. And yeah, I'm going to watch that anytime soon. Annabelle, enjoyed the first one. Second one, what a stinking pile of shit, and I have not watched the third one yet. Classic. And it's the sing-along version as well. Annie. Quite what they were thinking with a remake. Then we have Annihilation. This weirded me out. Visually it's amazing. Especially the part with the carbon copy. But yeah, a bit of a weird one, that. Another Earth. I was caught about half of this on TV, but I need to watch the whole thing. And it wasn't in high def when I was watching that, so... Anonymous, no idea. Anomaly. I think I might have caught about half an hour of this on a TV once. Again, haven't got around to watching the rest. Very underrated animation, Amberley. It's bloody good. Nicolas Cage does some voicing as well, and Julia Roberts and Meryl Streep. I mean, Christ's sake, class. Another one of those nature ones. We have Antarctica Dreaming. We have Anthropoid. My mate Anthony likes this one apparently, so I'm sure it's something German. Another Hood. If you haven't watched this, you can pick this up for 50p. It's fucking funny. It's supposed to be a sequel at some point as well. Any Given Sunday, always had good things. Al Pacino and Cameron Diaz, but not got round to watching that just yet. Apartment 1303. Another one of those that's got a reputation, but I've not got around to it. Apocalypse of the Second World War. Stories from the front line. Always going to be brutal, that one. Apocalypto by Mel Gibson. There's some freaking shit in that one. Then we have Apollo 13, the absolute classic. I've got to get this in 4K at some point. Then we have Apollo 18, which ain't actually that bad. Very claustrophobic, that one. Appaloosa, again, one that I've heard good things about. Ed Harris is an awesome actor. Just haven't got round to it again. We have The Apparition, another one of the... I've actually got a horror there, but again, I haven't watched it yet. The classic with Jack Lemmon, The Apartment. I like all these old films. These are the kind of things my nan would watch, you know, so I've always encouraged to watch those type of films. I'm not going to have Aquaman in 4K. Christ, what a film. Arachnoquake. Yeah, I don't like spiders. I really don't like spiders, but I really fucking hate wasps, so yeah. Then we have, are we done yet? Are we there yet? I can't find. Arena, nice cheap one, but Samuel L. Jackson paying the bills there, I reckon. Argo, yeah, I've got this in a collector's edition and I have it as a steelbook as well from Germany. Very cool film. Talking of cool films, the Aristocats, more classic Disney. Right, let's try and get this pile over here. If you see me disappearing, lots of crashing, it's just me on the floor crying because I've dropped everything. Armageddon. Yeah, I love it. It's cheesy, but it's brilliant. Armored, not a bad film. Shouts more TV at me than anything, but it's still not bad. The Armstrong Lie, what a wanker he is, and was and still is, and motherfucker, that's all I can say. Army of One, one of the last classy ones that Nicolas Cage done in my opinion. On Knights Templar, very cool history lesson on that one. Arrival, one of those where literally every good bit's in the advert, so that did annoy me a bit. The first series of Arrow, heard good things, but yet to watch it. I need to fill in some spaces because I've got series 2 as well and series 3. I like to have 4 or 5 series or something before I start binge watching. The Art of Flight, more documentaries that you've got to love. The Art of Getting By, I've seen the trailer of this and I've yet to watch it. I'll get around to it at some point. Arthur, I'd rather have the original 2 with Dudley Moore actually. This is funny but not patched on the original because Dudley Moore was hilarious. Total pisshead but hilarious. Arthur and the Great Adventure, good animation, weird hair, he says. Arthur Christmas, what a classic, had this in 3D, got rid of that of course. Art of the Steel, recent pickup but have not watched yet, looking forward to that one actually. The Artist, the dog died about 6 months ago, who was in this originally, so that's a bit sad, but I think all the awards on that were deserved. As Above, So Below, very claustrophobic, all the catacombs under France and all that shit in it, I think. Bit freaky. As I Lie Dying, I don't even remember buying this one, so I ain't got a clue what it's about. It's James Franco, so I'll give it a chance, what can I say? Assassin, more Danny Dyer that I'm never allowed to get rid of. Assassin's Creed, cool film. Bit over the top. Didn't stop me getting it 4K. Assassination, anything Bruce Willis is cool in my opinion, but he's starting to scrape the barrel with some of his stuff now. I mean, if you're going to do stuff, make sure there's a decent budget there because it makes you look bad. Right, The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford. Yeah, we all know that's a good film. Assembly, never watched. Asterix, and this is 3D because it's not available not in 3D, but I do like the Adventures of Old Asterix there. I try not to go for the actual film version because it's got a fat Gerard Depardieu in it and that just freaks you out. Astro Boy, another one that's extremely underrated, bloody good animation, voiced by Nicolas Cage as well. I wholly recommend that one. I won't put this pile down, I'll just move it over because we've only got a few left. Next, Atlantis. Motherfucker to get hold of that was. But that finished off my Disney collection, that did, so I'm happy with that. Well Beyond Words, Atlantis, more nature stuff. Then we have Atlantis, the TV series, it begins. Then we have series 2, part 1. Why split a series in half, you dickheads? You try finding the other after that. Atomic Blonde disappointed me. What can I say? I have it as a steelbook, but yeah, it's another one of those where literally all the good bits were in the advert, and that did my head in a bit. Attack of the Werewolves. Yeah, a bit cheap, but a bit of fun. Attack on Leningrad. Another one of those that my mate Anthony likes. Attack the Block. I've gone on about this film for years with John Boyega. One of his first. I've got it as a steelbook as well. Awesome film. The Atticus Institute. No idea. Then we have Augusta Osage County. Anything Meryl Streep I'll buy, because there's just nothing that woman can do wrong. Then we have, I don't know why I had this as the original as a steelbook and sold it. Now it's a bitch to get hold of again. But I have the second, which is The Spy Who Shagged Me of Austin Powers. I want to get the first back, but I want to get it as a steelbook again. Then we of course have Gold Member. It's about time he did a fourth one, man. Is he getting too old for it? Who knows? But I wish he would do a fourth one. Australia. What can I say? Nicole Kidman and old Hugh Jackman there. Automata, another one of those paying the bills ones from Antonio Banderas. What can you say about Avatar? What? All I can say is, what the fuck? Why isn't this out in 4K? Look, you're concentrating too much on the second one. Get us fucking True Lies out in 4K. Get us The Abyss out in 4K, and get us out in 4K, you motherfucker. That's for you, James Cameron. Aviator, bit of a weird one, but you know, though, you can't knock him as an actor. The Awakening, no idea. Away Days, more British crap, what can I say? And this is one of my favourites. It's old, it's cheesy, but AWOL, Absent Without Leave with Van Damme. It's a classic at the end of the day, and it also rounds up the end of my A's. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this. I'll be hitting the B's later today because I've got a few things I've got to do. So I'm hoping to get the B's out, the C's out and the D's out before the live event tomorrow night at 8:30, because it is Saturday at 20 to 5 right now. Because I can't do this kind of stuff, talk, on the mic, until everyone gets up. My family got up at 20 past 1 today. Lazy bastards. I was up at 8 AM. 20 past 1. I don't know. Take care, everybody. Now, one thing I do know, if you're going to watch this today as well, Big Paulie, happy birthday, son. Wish the big guy a happy birthday. Imagine being stuck in on your own or something, you know. Not good for being on lockdown on your birthday, but you know everyone loves you, dude, and he's going to be doing a live chat with us at some point as well, so that's going to be fucking awesome. Take care, guys, and I'll see you with the bees. Bye now.